There are new questions about what President Trump was doing and who he was speaking with during the attack at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
President Trump's phone calls during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol are being scrutinized. CBS News and The Washington Post have obtained 11 pages of White House records for January 6th, which show a log of the president's calls. But there is a nearly 8-hour gap from 11:17 a.m. to 6:54 p.m., in which no phone call was recorded.
No records turned over to the Select Committee in the House. Because the National Archives doesn't have them.
CBS News has confirmed the president talked on the phone to at least 2 people, including Utah Senator Mike Lee and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy during that time frame.
These records seem to have disappeared, and one lawmaker we talked to said this is a cover-up.
The congressional committee investigating the January 6th assault is looking into whether President Trump used phones belonging to his aides or personal disposable phones called burner phones to speak with people during that period. Former President Trump responded in a statement saying, "I have no idea what a burner phone is. To the best of my knowledge, I've never even heard of the term." The revelation comes as 2 more former members of the Trump administration face charges for refusing to work with the committee investigating the January 6th assault. The committee voted unanimously to recommend that the House hold Dan Scavino and Peter Navarro in contempt of Congress.
They are obligated to comply with our investigation. They have refused to do so, and that's a crime.
And a federal judge in California ruled Monday that attorney John Eastman, who outlined legal plans to overturn the 2020 elections, has to turn over his records to the committee. In issuing the ruling, Judge David Carter said that Eastman and former President Trump more likely than not engaged in criminal conduct to overturn the election. He said their campaign was not confined to the ivory tower. It was a coup in search of a legal theory. Judge Carter added the plan spurred violent attacks on the seat of our nation's government, led to the deaths of several law enforcement officers, and deepened public distrust of our political process. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.